Oh, it was the biggest rush. I think one of the biggest rushes you could possibly have.
Pull her back, pull the nose up.
A new program promises to have you flying in no time and for about the cost of a nice dinner and a movie.
And learn how fun and economical it can be to fly a small plane. Tonight, Channel 13's Dan Winters shows us one flight might be all it takes to get you hooked. It's new at 10.
It all begins when you shell out hundreds of dollars for a ticket. You have to arrive early, stand in line, check your bags, stand in line, take off your shoes, and receive the wand. It's a process Jeff Alacio is sick and tired of. Jeff says getting his private pilot's license was the gateway to serve his customers better.
Make that a day trip to, South Dakota or Omaha or, Grand Island. It's a big deal.
And it's a lot more fun.
Okay, you're going to check the belt to make sure it's tight.
To fly himself. During a pre-flight check, Jeff explains that once you're past the initial investment to learn, flying costs a lot less than most people think. If you join a flying club, you can reserve and rent planes for as long as you like. The club maintains them. You only pay for the hours you're in the air. And flying can take you farther. Just ask Jody Weisenberger. She recently returned from a trip to Florida with her husband and 2 children.
Being in between a cloud layer where you've got this beautiful sunset and this strip of blue, that's just, you can't really imagine.
Now Jody and her family imagine endless destinations. She says, best of all, they travel on their own terms.
Not worry about getting to the airport to go through security and check baggage and just hop in and go.
And look at where they've gone. These are pictures from Puerto Rico and Hawaii.
This is Glacier Bay, flying through Glacier Bay.
Jody took just 6 months to get her private pilot's license, another year to get her instrument license. She says you can go at your own pace, and just like a workout, it's easy to find time to work in a lesson.
Even just an hour, 45 minutes, practice takeoffs and landings and get used to it and start learning.
All of these instruments and gauges look pretty confusing to someone who's never flown a plane before, someone like, well, me. So to find out if it's really as simple as it sounds, I'm going to jump in the cockpit here with Steve Davis, a certified flight instructor, and find out if flying could really be for you.
You got to be careful not to push on the brakes when you don't mean to. After 290 Julie going to Ankeny, 2000.
Steve lets beginners take the controls.
We're going to go full throttle. You're going to have your hands on the controls. I'm not. You're going to use the feet to keep it going straight down the runway.
As we speed down the runway, Steve's calm voice gives the instruction.
And I just raise the nose just a little bit.
And lets me take off.
There you go. Now put the nose about on the horizon. So look out over the outside. Look outside and then just balance the nose so it's right on the horizon. I'm going to trim you down just a little bit. So let the nose down a little bit.
Within seconds, we're high above downtown. It's exhilarating to guide the plane over Grays Lake and Principal Park.
Yankee traffic, Cherokee 906, 290 we're 4 miles south.
Minutes later, we're ready to land in Ankeny.
And just make a nice, smooth touchdown. Good job. Nice landing.
We check the traffic and taxi around.
My face hurts from smiling so much.
And it's up and away for a return trip to Des Moines. Like Jody's husband did, you can give a friend or family member the gift of flight.
Oh, it was the biggest rush. I think one of the biggest rushes you could possibly have.
To me, I like flying. I've always liked flying, so it's a blast to begin with. But from a business, I don't see a reason not to.
Where else can you go 140 miles per hour in Des Moines and not get a speeding ticket? Huh?
Something to think about next time you shell out a few $100s to start to wait in line. In and over Des Moines, Dan Winters, Channel 13 News.